I want to have a real conversation with you today. Just me talking to you like a friend, sharing what has actually shifted things for me when it comes to money. Because here's the truth, I am not yet rich. I am still building my exterior cleaning business. I am still in the early stages of growing my business. I haven't hit all my financial goals yet, but I generally don't stress about money the way I used to. And that didn't happen because my bank account suddenly grew big. It happened because of some rules and principles that I started following. And today, I want to share them with you. Hi, my name is Davis, and I own my own exterior cleaning business. If you are in your 20s or even 30s and you are ambitious, this conversation is for you. Maybe you're working a 9 to 5. Maybe you're building something on the side. Also, maybe you're already in business, but still feel like money is always the thing that keeps you up at night. I have been there, and what I've realized is that most money stress doesn't come from not having enough. It comes from not having a clear relationship with what you do have. So let me walk you through these rules. These rules aren't complicated. Disclaimer. These rules are not from a finance textbook. They are just what has been working for us in real life. So, rule number 1, know your numbers. When I say know your numbers, I mean this. At any given moment, you should know exactly how much money is coming into your household every single month and exactly how much money is going out. Most people are in the dark when it comes to their money. They have no clue at all. Most people swipe the card and they hope for the best. And that ignorance is where stress lives. If you want to live a life that is stress-free, you need to follow a system. And your finances are a system. When you understand this system, you know exactly how much money you earn and how much money you spend. It stops being scary. You don't need a fancy app to understand this system. You don't even need a financial advisor. You just need a notebook or a simple spreadsheet where every single month you write, here's what came in, here's what went out, here's what is left. That is as simple as 1, 2, 3. When I started doing this consistently, I stopped having the low-level anxiety about money because I stopped guessing. I knew exactly what I earned and where my money went. In this very moment, I want to ask you as a friend, do you have a system for your finances? If you don't, start now to stop stressing about money. Rule number 2, refuse to borrow for your lifestyle. I know this is countercultural. Everything around us is telling us to buy now and pay later. Finance this, lease that. Get the upgrade now and worry about it later. But here's the thing I keep coming back to. A borrower is a slave to the lender. That's not just a biblical principle for me. It is a financial reality. When you finance a car you can't afford, a holiday you haven't saved for, or even a sofa set on a credit card, you are committing your future income to pay for your past desires. And that is one of the fastest ways to trap yourself in a cycle where you're always behind. Now, I'm not judging anyone. I've made those choices too. But the moment my wife and I decided we don't borrow money for our lifestyle, that stress dropped significantly because every month we are not fighting to cover payments on things we've already consumed. We drive what we can afford. We live where we can afford. And everything we build with what we have. That doesn't mean you live small forever. It means you build the foundation first, and then you elevate from a position of strength, not from a position of debt. Live below your means, not below your dignity. Rule number 3, build your emergency fund before anything else. Before you invest, before you scale, before you do anything else, build your emergency fund. I know people want to talk about investing. I know everybody is excited about building wealth, and we will get there. But the single most important financial move for most people right now is just having 3 to 6 months of living expenses sitting in a savings account you do not touch unless something goes wrong. Here's why this matters so much. When you don't have an emergency fund, every unexpected expense becomes a crisis. Your car breaks down, that is a crisis. A slow month in business, that is a crisis. An unexpected medical bill, that is a crisis. But when you have that cushion, those same events are just inconveniences. You handle them and you move on. The emotional weight is completely different. A lot of the money stress that people feel isn't about their income. It is about creating that margin. They have no any buffer at all. One thing goes wrong and everything else unravels. So, before you do anything fancy, before you talk to me about investments and or equipment or business growth, ask yourself this. If I couldn't work for 3 months right now, would I survive? If the answer is no, that is your priority. Build the buffer first. Rule number 4, stop comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 10. This is personal. Stop comparing your financial situation to other people, especially when comparing yourself with people on Instagram. We live in an era where everybody is posting their wins, their new car, their holiday, and if you're not careful, you start measuring your progress against someone else's version of success. But here's the thing that nobody shows you. They don't show you the debt that is funding their lifestyle. They don't even show you the stress they are going through with money lenders. You don't know what chapter somebody else is on right now. You may be comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 10. And that comparison is stealing your peace. Run your own race. Set your own targets. Measure your progress against where you were 6 months ago, not against where someone else is today. Rule number 5, invest in things that produce more than they cost. Be intentional about where your money goes. Prioritize spending on things that produce more value than the cost. Let me break down this practically. There are 2 types of things you can spend money on. Things that grow in value or generate income, those we call assets. And the things that lose value the moment you buy them, we call those liabilities. Now, most of us were never taught to think this way. We were taught to work, earn, and spend. Nobody sat us down and said, every pound you earn is a seed. You can plant it or you can eat it. If you plant it, it can grow into something. If you eat it, it is gone. For us, this has been reinvesting into our exterior cleaning business. Every pound we make, a portion goes right back into the business, like in equipment, marketing, improving our processes. Because we know that every pound reinvested right now will bring back more money later. It doesn't have to be a business. It can be a skill. It can be a course that makes you more valuable. It can be even an index fund. The point is, be intentional. Ask yourself before any major purchase, is this growing my future or just satisfying my present? Rule number 6, give first. This one may surprise you. Give first. I am a Christian. My wife and I donate to our church. I want to be honest with you. This is not just a religious practice for us. This is a mindset shift. Here's what is giving first does psychologically. When you give before you pay yourself, when that is your first financial act, you are declaring that you are not a slave to your money. You are in control of it. Not the bills, not the business expenses, not the bank account balance. It is you in control. And something about that act of generosity, of releasing money before you've secured everything else, builds a relationship with money that is rooted in abundance, not in scarcity. Now, you don't have to be religious to apply this principle. Even if you just commit to donating a small amount each month to something that matters to you, a cause, a community, a person in need, that practice of giving first fundamentally shifts how you think about money. It moves you from a mindset of I never have enough to a mindset of I have enough to give. And that is where real peace and joy lives. Rule number 7, have a plan. Even if it is imperfect, even if it is written on a notepad, even if you change it every few months. The difference between people who are in control of their money and people who aren't is almost never the income level. It is almost always the plan or the lack of one. A plan doesn't have to be complicated. It just needs 3 things. Where am I now? Where do I want to be? And what am I doing every single month to close the gap? For us, our plan looks like this. Reinvest into the business, maintain an emergency fund, and keep our personal expenses lean and stay debt-free while we grow. That is it. It is not a 40-page financial model. It is a direction, a set of guardrails. And when you have guardrails, you stop making fear-based decisions. You stop panic spending. You stop panic saving. You just move with intention towards something. Money without a plan is just noise. Money with a plan, even a simple one, becomes a tool that works for you while you sleep. Write it down, keep it simple, and revisit it every single month. That habit alone will change your financial life more than any salary increase could ever do. So those are the 7 rules. And look, I'm not seated here telling you that I've figured out everything. I'm still building, I'm still growing, and yes, I'm still learning too. But those 7 things, they have genuinely taken the stress out of money for me. Not because my bank account is overflowing, but because I have a clear relationship with what I have, where it is going, and why. And that clarity is worth more than any number in a bank account. I want to hear from you. Which one of these rules hit you hard? Or which one are you doing right now? Drop a comment below. If this helped you, share it with someone else who needs to hear it. That is how this channel can grow, one conversation at a time. I am building my own future, and I want the same for you too. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more videos on business, growth, and creating a life that actually matters. I will see you in the next video.